Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
Yeah, what's the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless about this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like that on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentioned neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise.
A testimony again, if you would. I almost had her.
I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, does the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock, that kind of statuary clock? The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Teehee.
How do you know the statue's a clock? I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Oh, shoot. So, you saw me then too?
Of course. I remember that spiky hair anywhere. Spiky?
Witness will refrain from possible attacks on the defense attorney.
Aw. Was I a bad girl? I'm sorry.
Very well. Continue.
The victim, the woman, does the first attack and ran off to the right.
Is that right as in your right? As you look from the hotel?
I can do I hold my knife in again?
Right.
It was my right. My right hand, right.
Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue.
Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her.
How convenient you to remember her hippie clothes.
That's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done like in a bun.
What happened then?
She hit her with the weapon, I saw.
Oh, I did. Where did the weapon come from?
She picked it up from the desk.
I see. What sort of weapon was it?
That clock, that kind of statuary clock, the thinker, I think.
A clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently?
Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now.
That clock.
Not a weapon. Looks like a statue, but it's actually a clock. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Oh, you like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer?
You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too, and he was found guilty of murder. Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. The questions are all I have, Your Honor. And, as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Oh, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would be over.
So what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
Well, that's... because... I heard it? Yes, I heard. It said the time.
So, you've been in the law offices of Fay & Co.?
No, hey, I didn't say that. Why would you go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law offices of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could have easily heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No. No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it. It couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. It's empty, it's broken, the batteries are dead. It is empty. That clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look, right now. Ugh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It's as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May. Tisk. Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty? Somehow he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof! I will show you the proof you like so much! The evidence that proves the clockwork was removed is on Maya's cell phone. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Oh, you have a girly phone. Wait. This isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim the day of the murder. Order! An defiant cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So, you want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't working right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at the hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was it in again? I've gone to so many. I forgot. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Do their friends have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yes. The witness claims she had seen it before. But this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. It's the clock itself. It's simple. This clock was never in a store. Ever.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the other one isn't here, and the other one that isn't here is in police custody.
Impossible! Everything is sold in stores.
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh. Excuses not on sale today? No. Oh. I cannot do a scream. Let's enough for a go.
What is it to you, Porcupine Head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it! Die!
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the evidence will remain the defendant will remain calm.
Oh, silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did.
Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you held it. Oh, this is familiar territory. I'll just use the same for clarity. You held that fairy clock in your hands. Mr. Wright, what was this? When she used it to strike the victim. When else? Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? April May, you killed Maya Fey! And I say, and when you struck, before the impact made the tinker ring, that's when you heard it. I made a mistake. You truly are a work of art, Mr. Phoenix, right? What's that supposed to mean? It was you who just proved the tinkerer was empty. Of course it wouldn't ring. What's more, the witness has a rock-solid alibi. Miss May, perhaps you could explain the poor misguided Mr. Wright that you were in the hotel at the time of the murder. She can't prove it. She can't prove it. She did it!
It would be my pleasure.
No way!
Yes, Ray, Mr. Lawyer. Didn't the murder take place at 9 at night? Gee, at the exact time I ordered some room service from the hotel bellboy.
Incidentally, the bellboy corroborates the witness's story. Ergo, she was not at the crime scene. Rock solid. Mr. Wright, you just made a serious accusation against a perfectly innocent woman. Sorry, Your Honor. That didn't go well. But if that's the case, how did she know the tinkerer was a clock? Wait. Your Honor, I figured it out. There is no other way Miss April May could have known it was a clock. One way alone, and I have proof. Well, proof you say. Then the court will examine your proof, Mr. Wright. How did the witness know the tinkerer was a clock? Have a look at this. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Maya Fey's phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not! Oh yeah, I think I can! It's simple. What? Here's my proof. Proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is... shoot, I meant to hit the A button. The defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once was a conversation between the defendant and the victim. You haven't called in a while. Well, it's actually something. Hold on to me. What is this time? A clock. Looks like it looks like the thinker. Miss April May. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May? Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer!
It's no fair, all of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court sees Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Miss May, why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't Tiffany tapping or irrelevant?
She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you are tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have any explanation for the court?
At the time of the murder, I was in my hotel room getting room service. How could I have killed her? If you don't believe me, just ask the bellboy.
Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. I think we have to call the bellboy. The defense would like to call the hotel's bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you're sucking quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling the witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not calling the question after you examine the bellboy, then you'll recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby you must also accept the verdict of guilty of Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition.
What?
I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony, otherwise Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. I have to accept. Alright, I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summon in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin their testimony. Very good, sir. I am the head bellboy of the Fine Gay Water Hotel in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call at 8 for the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready, I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, I will be finished. What exactly is it that you do at the hotel? Why, anything requested of me, sir. I check in guests, I check out guests. I clean rooms, I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. I check Miss May in personally. Are you always so prim? Mr. Wright, you'll refrain from asking frivolous questions. I believe I received a call at 8 in the evening for a request from Miss Bay. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and I... The point being, I remember her quite well, sir. Yes. Well then. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot. 9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, so 9 the time of the murder. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. Precisely 9 o'clock, then. Precisely, exactly, and most definitely so at 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, hehe. I'd like that iced coffee exactly at 9. Something like that, so. Therefore, I knocked on the door at the crack of 9, so. Why would you be so particular about the time? And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. Bellboy wouldn't have a reason to lie, but I have to find something. I think I skipped that last one, didn't I? I did it twice. Are you sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It was endearing. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're very certain? When I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embracer, sir. Embracer? Is that French for embrace? It's French for a kiss, sir, but not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think Miss May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Finally, you understand? This bellboy had absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you'll end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Protest! Hold it! Wait! Please wait! Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. This is really it. Now is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Check-in, room service, bed making. Room service. Tell me again about room service. Again, sir. At exactly 9 o'clock, I delivered the room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee, $18 with the charge, as I recall. I see. $18? That seemed to be a bit expensive. Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know, and we don't skimp on the ice, sir. What did he just say? What did you just say? Rather quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in the room with Miss Faye? I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, you see. Why did you not mention this in the testimony? Well, sir, didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite indeed. I was the, good barista there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention if I weren't specifically asked, sir. You fool! done it! I've won! I don't know about that, but we're definitely on the right foot. Miss April May checked in a trin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who was this other person? Simple, it was Miss April May, the man with Miss April May, the bellboy. The man who checked in with Miss May. Your Honor, it has been previously revealed that Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss April May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man who was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it were too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Upstart amateur! These accusations are ludicrous! Enough! The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Your Honor, yes. That is all for today. For the trial of Miss Fay, court is adjourned. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defense Lobby number 1.
Mr. Wright! You were amazing in there!
Really?
I think I might be your newest fan!
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know.
Then again,
The other attorney was pretty cool, too. Huh?
that face of his,
With his eyes wide and trembling lips.
it sent shivers up my spine!
If you say so.
So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trial.
A lead?
The man was Maya Fay. Well, Miss May. Oh my god. It was Miss May. He's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyways?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she learned her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go find out more about this man.
Do you think he was the one who...
Maybe so.
Sis.
Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. Thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. And now I have. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken for the record. The victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyways, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's time to set her free. Oh, I'm gonna have to save the next part of this for another time. But I am really enjoying this. But we shall continue on with the next phase some other time. Until then, so long, farewell, and when we return, it shall be September 7th, 3:11 p.m. at the Detention Center's Visitor Room. Bye-bye.